as it is written over there, Mumbai Indie Film Festival, right? Now, what is the importance of this? Before I start off, every 1 week nowadays, like जब मैं स्कूल में था, एक गाना ना जब मैं छोटा बच्चा था, but जब मैं स्कूल में था, then there were these 2-3 award shows which used to be there. Now every week there's an award show. मैं कभी-कभी जब टीवी में देखता हूँ, साला ये अवार्ड तो मैं भी ले सकता था, मतलब मजाक चल रहा है क्या? तो बात ऐसी है कि in that scenario when these people have got such big advertisers, such big backing, so many people coming, some star coming with 7 vanity vans, एक में जिम है, एक में AC है, एक में उसका फूड है, 4th में पेरेंट्स है, 5th में वाइफ है, 6th और 7th में सेक्स अब ये एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड है, ठीक है? तो in this whole scenario that is the reason why an indie film festival like this is so important, because we get to hear the voices of the people who are making indie films, not only the ones जो Instagram पे अपने photo shoots डाल रहे हैं. ये मेरे को पता है because I interview people right from the top right till the bottom, right? So that is the importance of the Mumbai Indie Film Festival. Now coming to the introduction of all the people over here, there is मेरे को आपने तो एकदम सही बोला था कि अगर आप सबके introductions और details देने पड़े तो आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. मैं लिख के आया, ठीक है, ताकि मेरे से कोई गलती ना हो जाए. तो मैं तो पहली बार मिल रहा हूँ, तो it is important that I write down so much because I don't want to miss something. Also importantly, this is for the panelists and everybody over here. अगर मेरे से कोई भूल चूक हो जाए, तो 4 साल पहले ऑस्कर्स में एक इंसिडेंट हुआ था विल स्मिथ के साथ, वो नहीं होना चाहिए मेरे साथ. ठीक है, भूल चूक सबसे होती है. तो अगर मैंने किसी का गलती से कोई दूसरा फिल्म डाल दिया कि सर आप तो मतलब अकबर, तो मैं तो उस फिल्म में, that's okay fine, it happens. Anyway, starting off with Navdeep Singh ji. He is of course known for Manorama, 6 Feet Under, brilliant film, NH10. Whenever I see Anushka Sharma, that is the one film which I think about. I do not think of any other films because NH10 is such a well-made film about the heartland. And if I am not wrong, you also were for a lot of years you were in the US. You were based over there. Then you came back later over here, right? Okay. Then of course there's Lal Kaptan, there's Shekhar Lakhod. And you also started an animation studio back in the 90s, in your past lifetime, fair enough. In your past lifetime, right. Then we have Kamal Sarup ji, okay. Om Darbadar, मतलब ऐसा कोई फिल्म का नाम बता दो जो इतना यूनिक है, 1988 वाला. Then of course, you know, we keep talking about, like I remember people keep talking about Sholay. I'm sick of hearing about Sholay. So let us talk about some of the other things also. Like even with regards to him, everybody talks about Om Darbadar. But there are so many other things. There is Pushkar Quran, there is Battle for Binaras, there is Rangbhumi, there is Bandish. Am I right? Yes. अभी तक उन्होंने बंदूक निकाली है. When the Image Meets the Shadow, Ghashiram Kotwal, Dorothy, of course, I think 74 if I'm not wrong. That was 12 years before I was born. Trying not to give out my birth age. As a writer, Tracing Falke, Private Detective, but my 2 favorites as a writer, Salim Langde par mat ro. Salam right? Then we have Neeraj Kabiji. I was just telling him right now when he was downstairs that whatever he does, one of my favorite roles will be the character of the villain in Detective Vyomkesh Bakshi. I feel one of the best damn films made, which is not spoken about so much nowadays, but it is. You go back even 10 years later and down you see it. It's such a well-made film. You know the 1800s or early 1900s of Bengal, the way it's been shown there. If I'm not wrong, 98 you actively started your career in theatre. In 98 or around.
Before that, 98 I did my first ever film. I was 29 years of age.
Yeah.
I did an Odia feature film with AKB.
Yes.
And then nothing after that.
we will come to that. Then of course he's been associated with, as far as the theatrical productions are concerned, because you know we talk a lot about movies, web series. Theatre, I believe we should be talking about a little bit more. So it was a surprise to me when I was researching about him that he's been part of so many plays, such as the ones written by Shakespeare, by Chekhov, by Oscar Wilde. Then, like he said, 97 made a film which in English I believe is called The Last Vision, right? Then of course he's played Gandhi and Nehru. Okay, he's played Gandhi in Samvidhan and Nehru in Sambhag. Then of course there's Vyomkesh Bakshi and Sacred Games and Patal Lok. Last but not the least, so then you say मैं आपके सबसे पास बैठा हूँ, you haven't introduced me to know what the hell. R.S. प्रसन्ना जी, शुभ मंगल सावधान यहाँ पे किसने देखी हुई है?
सामने देखी हुई है।
अब वहाँ पे ना एक सीन है, there's a scene over there, which according to me changed the perception of one of my most favorite childhood fairy tales forever. मतलब अली बाबा 40 चोर का जो मतलब है और मतलब जो हो सकता है वो मतलब बदल ही गया था. I will leave the rest for later. Then of course there is सितारे ज़मीन पर, okay, which is such an important film. It is a film about, I mean, all of you know it, but the term we use, because a lot of times we don't know the term to use for the individuals, is neurodivergent. That is the correct term to use. And the way it has been directed, the fact that he's made it with Amir Khan, okay, of course it is called a spiritual sequel of the 2007 film Tare Zameen Par. It was available first in theaters, then in YouTube, now it's on Sony Live for the ones who haven't seen it. Right, I am done with the introduction now. Right? घर से नहीं, अभी